Heard it coming, like they say. They sound like freight trains, several of them.
We just heard everything just pepper against the house, and my husband looked out and he goes, I just saw the garage blow away.
Now at 4, devastation in parts of Ohio after strong storms spawned tornadoes that left a path of death and destruction for so many people in our state. Good evening. Thank you for being here with us. I'm Katie Houston, and as you can see, some of that damage behind me. The hardest hit areas so far seem to be in Logan and Richland counties. 3 people confirmed dead in Logan County from the storms. The damage in the popular Indian Lake community is extensive. Governor DeWine just toured that area where he says there's a lot of damage. And just moments ago, the governor also thanked the first responders and paid tribute to the people there.
I'm always amazed at the resilience of the people of the state of Ohio. I had the chance to talk to some people who have lost their house or lost part of their house or who had been in some way impacted. And to see their spirit and their resilience and their toughness, how strong they are, it's just absolutely amazing to me.
We will have much more from Logan County throughout the evening right here on News 5. Our Tessa DeTiro is out there for you. But first, let's turn now to Richland County. That's where our Bob Jones spent the day talking with the people there as they're cleaning up.
The damage to this home and this property is extensive. As you can see, there is a giant hole in the roof. The family is safe, but they are unable to live in the home. Right over this way, you can see the tornado was so powerful, it flipped a car over. Next to that, trees are twisted and toppled. A barn was destroyed. It was a very scary night, as a neighbor who lives down the street described to us.
It was scary. I mean, it happened just like that. They say when a tornado, well, if you hear it, it's too late.
John Stevens is counting his blessings. Outside of his home, a utility pole was snapped. Trees are down. A metal from a barn a half a mile away landed in his yard. He heard the terrifying sounds of the tornado last night in Plymouth Township and rushed to the basement with his wife and grandson.
It was scary, really. I mean, it's just really loud. I mean, they said it sounds like a freight train, but I just heard a real loud roar coming across there. I knew it was, I figured tornado as soon as I heard it.
The EF2 tornado reached speeds of 120 miles per hour, had a maximum width of 250 yards, and had about a 10-mile path, according to the National Weather Service. 3 homes, all on West Road, had tornado damage, but emergency officials say no one was injured. John has a little bit of siding damage and some roof damage, but he feels lucky his family is okay.
We lucked out. I mean, I think if it would have went straight through like I heard it coming, it probably would have plowed the house. The tornado must not have been wide enough, I guess. I don't know. It would have probably, plowed the house under.
The tornado caused debris to fly for hundreds of yards. You can see twisted pieces of metal up there in the trees. And there's pieces of wood like this all over the place. Coming up tonight at 5, we'll talk to the woman who lives in that house. She huddled in the basement with her children. In Plymouth Township, Bob Jones, News 5.
And we're going to get to much more of that tornado damage, specifically one of the hardest hit areas, Indian Lake community in Logan County. Devastating damage there. But wow, Katie, it was a busy evening yesterday with these tornadoes.
Absolutely. 4 p.m. yesterday, there was nothing really to show you on the radar. We were seeing those waves of showers and storms, and then between about 5 and 6, everything changed. So we have already gotten some confirmed tornadoes. Notice how far away they are from Cleveland, because that's not where we had the severe weather. Which is always a good thing when you're not seeing tornadic damage in Cleveland, in Akron, but there are still huge portions of the state that have been impacted by these tornadoes. So let's zoom in on some of the areas that have been confirmed. This tornado in EF2, this was around New Washington, Plymouth. This was on the ground for nearly 20 minutes yesterday, and EF2 has a range of 111 to 135, and this tornado had wind speeds of about 120. There was another one just outside of our viewing area. This is near Mount Corey of an EF1, and there is at least damage of an EF2, but we're also getting information from the National Weather Service in Wilmington, that's close to Cincinnati. Sounds like there is confirmation of an EF3 tornado in the area and also at least damage of EF2. We're going to get more information. This is the tornado that turned out to be fatal, and so it's going to take a little bit more time to get extra information there, but we'll continue to update you throughout the course of the evening and this weekend. Sometimes these surveys that the National Weather Service do take a minute to get all of the information out there. Thankfully, this is what the radar looks like. You have any plans for your Friday night? No issues here. We could say goodbye to this bad actor. That was what caused all of the activity yesterday. We are going to be dry for a period of time, but much cooler. We'll talk about your St. Patrick's Day forecast coming up in just a few.
As we mentioned, at least 3 people were killed when the storm went through Logan County. Coming up on News 5 at 4:30, anchor Tessa DeTiro spent the day there, and she will tell you what happened, give you a firsthand look of how people there are doing. And News 5 will continue to bring you updates from this weather system as we receive them, so be sure to download the News 5 app or visit our website, news5cleveland.com, for the latest information.